Time now for the headlines across Africa segment with Epi. Stay.
Headlines across Africa.
Headlines across Africa.
Headlines across Africa.
Headlines across Africa.
So today we're going to Burundi, Lesotho, and Eswatini. And we're starting from Burundi, where we're reading from the Iwaku newspaper.
Okay.
And the headline says Burundi establishes data and support centers.
Okay.
The Ministry of Health and its various partners have just inaugurated the Public Health Emergency Operations Center, CUSP, and the COVID-19 Management Center. Now, on Tuesday, 20th April, the Ministry of Health and partners, including the World Health Representative, the EU Ambassador, and the UNDP representative in Burundi, inaugurated and visited the Public Health Emergency Operations Center, CUSP, and the COVID-19 Care Center. It's located in the grounds of the National AIDS Program, the CUSP, which cost more than $300,000 according to the World Health Organization representative in Burundi. Includes a meeting room to hold discussions on priority or confidential issues, and this room is equipped with a sophisticated and intelligent system, video conferencing, smart TVs. It also includes a conference room with an interactive touch screen and an operations room made up of a large workspace for information gathering. Now, for the Minister of Health, this center is very important because it responds to many challenges related to the communication, surveillance, and prevention of COVID-19 and other endemic diseases.
Okay.
It's a modern center equipped with computer and electronic equipment of the day, the Minister Thadi Indikumana has said. Now, he reported that a rapid response team at the center level of 35 people and at the health level of districts with 11 people is always on the lookout to monitor the cases of COVID-19. The data center is run by MediaBox. It's actually tracking 40,000 boarding school students in 3 days, and this was also according to the minister.
Right.
That's a story coming from the Iwaku newspaper in Burundi.
Okay. Where's our next stop?
Lesotho.
All right. What is it saying?
We're reading from the Lesotho Times, and the headline says, "I'm done with politics." Moleleki.
Okay. Who's that?
So, former Deputy Prime Minister Monyane Moleleki says he's done with politics. Now, Mr. Moleleki, who leads the opposition alliance of Democrats, said he will not seek re-election in his Machache constituency in next year's elections, but will seek to return to Parliament as a non-constituency legislator. That will be his last tenure in Parliament, and thereafter he will pass the baton to younger politicians, he told the Lesotho Times this week. Mr. Moleleki's pledge to quit politics is not new. Back in 2017, he told his publication that his decision not to stand in future elections was premised on his belief that leaders should not cling to positions for life, but make way for others. It is a disgrace that people are still saying one person should be a leader for 40 years. We need to foster a culture of passing the leadership baton, Mr. Moleleki said at the time. Now, the 6 times that I've been elected in Mashashe mark the end of my time as a candidate in that constituency. And at the next election, whether it comes tomorrow or in the year 2002, I will not be standing as a candidate for Mashashe constituency. When there was a need for me to stand for constituency elections, I did. And now it is time to give another person an opportunity to stand. Now, the IEC has said the next general elections will be held around September 2022. I have decided to give an opportunity to someone else to throw their hat into the ring and contest. This shall be someone chosen by the party with my full backing to ensure that the party does not lose Masheshe to another party. That's a story coming from the Lesotho Times.
Okay. Wow. What's funny?
And someone who has already said he won't do again and has done again, sometimes it's not easy to trust. So
Well, yeah.
you actually don't trust politicians.
Well, sometimes it's not because they want to get back. Maybe the people want such a person to
they
serve
should
again.
instill the trust in the people they want to choose, so the people trust them.
But if I say I retire from politics and then my people, my constituents are
But you can let your constituents understand
want
that
me to
you
get
you
back.
should let them instill the trust they have in you, in the person you're choosing.
okay.
That should be enough.
Okay.
Instead of, so what if you die? will they never trust anybody?
Yeah, that's a question. Well, yeah. Very well posed, Epi. Okay.
Well, finally, we're going to Eswatini where we're reading from the Times of Swaziland newspaper, and the headline says, Fearlessly Seeking Favors.
Mm-hmm. Tell us more about that.
So, a statement uttered by Nkwene Member of Parliament, Volim Pomponi Ngleko, at a constituency meeting to the effect that some MPs who are not wealthy do not speak up in Parliament in fear of being discriminated against by government should be interrogated beyond the legislator's self-imposed vote of no confidence. We cannot allow the MP to escape with instilling the notion in his community that the best way for the country to develop is, among other ways, to condone police who do not arrest individuals they need favors from, to have judges avoid convicting bank employees lest they need bank loans, or to allow fathers to rape their daughters just because they, the fathers, are the breadwinners. That's the absurdity of this line of thought. It is a recipe for anarchy. MP Nkleho could serve his community better by educating it about Parliament's powers of oversight over government that go as far as enjoying the rights and privileges of the High Court or the Justice of the High Court to call public officers to question.
All right.
Why would the MP want to give up such powers and choose to beg for an obligation of a servant of the public? In fact, our members of Parliament ought to give the perception created by the MP the serious attention it deserves. Otherwise, MP Nkleho could actually be implying that there exists a bigger scheme of wheeling and dealing disguised as lobbying, whereas it is actually a sophisticated form of state-funded bribery from which the most cooperative representative come sellout
Right.
benefits through access to taxpayers' resources
Okay.
and assets.
Nice. Okay.
Well, that's a story coming from the Times of Swaziland newspaper in Eswatini, and that's all we
This
have.
brings us to the end of headlines across Africa.